British Armed Forces engaged with Commonwealth Communities event held in Tallahassee Center to build a good relationships and to facilitate community engagement with the British Armed Forces including the Army, Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force. The event provided a great opportunity for communities to understand each other, promote British identity, community cohesion, integration, and peace in all our communities.
The British Army has always been trained and equipped to deal with a huge range of circumstances. But now, in an increasingly unstable and different and unexpected challenges.
Very flat, interspersed with.
From dealing with the impact of flooding in the UK, through to recent events in the Middle East and Africa, or even closer to home in Europe, predicting what the army might be asked to do next is more challenging than ever. You only need to look at the Middle East to come to the conclusion that conflict seems to be not only never-ending, but also caused by circumstances nobody had predicted. We now live in a world where you don't even have to be a recognised nation-state to start a conflict that has global repercussions, or where our enemies can use methods such as cyber attack to inflict damage without firing a shot. The first duty of any government is to protect its citizens, and that has perhaps never been more difficult to deliver, because the repercussions of modern conflict are unpredictable, potentially catastrophic, and always difficult to contain. The man who is responsible for ensuring the British Army is capable of meeting the threats of today and the future is General Sir Nick Carter.
We need to remind ourselves that the four core purposes of our army are about protecting the United Kingdom, about fighting the UK's enemies, about preventing conflict, and also about dealing with disaster. And as you look around the world at the moment, there are all sorts of threats emerging. We should be in no doubt that the character of conflict has changed, whether it's what we see in Eastern Europe, Western Africa, or of course what's going on in the Middle East. These threats are much harder to predict than they once were. And that means that actually we need to be ready instantly for whatever the nation requires against whatever eventuality that might be. We have to be continually evolving. We have to be agile all the time. We need innovative people to be able to help us do this. And of course we've got to be adaptable because circumstances are much more challenging than they once were.
At a moment's notice, the British Army is ready to act on the nation's behalf. But it is up to the government to decide where, when, and why.
Being here in the West Midlands is the most fantastic opportunity to show how the Army in Britain covers the whole of the British Isles and every part of the society. And what's really brilliant about being here is we have a very diverse community in Birmingham and in the West Midlands, and we want to reach out to all of them because we represent all of them. And we want to say to them, thank you for coming to an event like this, because actually what that shows is there's a genuine interest in the Army and in fact in the armed forces from every part of society. And I think that's just a really great way of society saying thank you to the armed forces, and it's what we would reciprocate by saying thank you to the society that we're in today. Thank you.
Well, it's fantastic to see many representatives from the community here in Birmingham for this Army engagement event, but particularly obviously for representatives from the really important and large Pakistani community. I think one message I would say is that my father and my grandfather grew up in the Army. My father, I think I've got a great-grandfather, I think I've got a great-great-grandfather. So I come from a big military family. And I know that many in the Pakistani community have got fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers who've seen in military service, either in the Second World War or indeed probably in the First World War. And I think one message would be, if you don't know about the British Army, perhaps before you come to find out a little bit more about the British Army, go and find out what your own ancestors have done in support of the British Army, which would be fantastic. And also I would say there's a great opportunity out there for every member of society to look at the Army, how it's changing, how we're developing people, particularly in terms of the trades and their educational achievement. Come look with a fresh eyes at maybe some of the opportunities, because if your ancestors particularly have joined, or even if they've never been in the Army, then if you're a member of the British Pakistani community, I think there are lots of things you can do, whether it's on the medical side, whether it's engineering, whether it's human administration, whether it's nursing or radiologists or whatever it is. A really great opportunity. So come forward, come speak to us, and let's have a conversation. Particularly perhaps from the Army Reserve would be a very interesting way, and Birmingham have got lots of reserve units. But I'm very grateful for the Pakistan community for supporting this event, and I hope the word can get out about how we're changing.
Tonight's engagement event here in Birmingham has been incredibly important to make sure that we have the opportunity as the Army in the West Midlands to talk and discuss the presence of the armed forces here with all kinds of communities, particularly ethnic diverse communities and male and females, making sure that everybody sees all of the opportunities that are open to those that serve within the armed forces, whether they're females or males.
My name is Major Naveed Mohammed, and I'm delighted to be here at this important Army engagement in Birmingham with members of the diverse communities from around the city. And it's really important to have events such as this, because what they do is build mutual understanding between ourselves as an organisation and between communities, which ultimately leads to respect, and which is always a good thing for anyone.
My name's Colonel Rosie Stone, and I'm the Deputy Commander Reserves at 11 Signals and West Midlands Brigade. I've been in the Army for 27 years now, and I can honestly say that the British Army that I joined as a young girl is very different to the British Army that you see and experience in the UK today. When I joined, if you were married and you realised you were going to have a child, you had to leave the services, and a lot of the job opportunities were closed to women. Now women serve almost throughout the whole of the British Army in any skill, any role that's available to them, from helicopter pilots right through to explosives ordnance specialists. And here I am 27 years later, having served regular and reserve and brought up a family whilst serving my country. I'd encourage any young girl to consider and find out a little bit more about what's available, because it is a fantastic opportunity now for women to progress and have a full career in something that's challenging and really interesting.
My name's Captain Hazel Ashton, and I'm really delighted to be here at tonight's event in Birmingham with over 100 strong in the audience from all sorts of communities. I'm very fortunate that I've had a full career in the Army Reserve as an officer. And one of the things I think about when I think how I got here was the quality of my education. I've recently been inspired by people such as Nobel Prize winner Malala Yousafzai, who's overcome adversity to find her way to opportunity by taking her education forward, because that is the coin of the realm. When you take your education forward and make the best of it, you can go on to do whatever you want to do. I've been fortunate to be educated in the West Midlands and to take that education all the way around the world. Now it's my chance to come back to the West Midlands and return something to the area and encourage other people to make the best of their skills and opportunities available to them. The Army's certainly brought it out of me, and I hope that in your turn you will do the same for yourself, wherever you choose to go and however you choose to be part of public life.
My name is Simranjit Singh. I've been in the British Army for the last 10 years. I just wanted to tell the younger guys to come and join British Army. We have hundreds of different opportunities with various jobs to work in the British Army. So if anybody has any skills or they want to utilize in British Army, they're more than welcome. Thank you.